right, V-Friends, welcome to VeeCon!
Guys, what is up? This is the vlog breakdown of my trip to VeeCon. Just to give a little backstory, I went to VeeCon. It was Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary VEE's very first conference on Web3, tech, culture, and a lot of NFT stuff. But he had it in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it was May 19th to 21st or 22nd. And it was in Minnesota. In order to get into the conference, you had to buy one of Gary V's NFTs. I bought one of his last May, and it also counted as my ticket for the next 3 VeeCons. So VeeCon 2022, VeeCon 2023, and VeeCon 2024. Later on, he also allowed people to buy the VeeCon tickets themselves, and he also dropped the Series 2 of VeeFriend. But in the meantime, I bought my ticket at Series 1 VeeFriend to get into this conference, and this is my story about how I got there. So very first day, awesome experience. It was in Minnesota. Minnesota was way colder than I thought it was going to be. First of all, it was like 45 to 65 degrees some days in May, late May. As an East Coast boy, that was insane. As a Californian, I was like, fuck that shit. So super cold for me, but so super cold than I thought it was going to be. But great time inside the U.S. Bank Stadium, beautiful place, a lot of great people, lines everywhere, lines out the ass. So many great times, so many great people there. The very first thing that he had the first day was Thursday. On Thursday, he had a humongous party just to get people to network, have a good time. There was a selfie line, there was concerts, there was free food, free samples, all types of great people, all types of great vibes, all influencers everywhere, all amazing great people all around the entire location and show. Out here at VeeCon, having a great time.
My man Dom, throwing a podcast together, 30th episode recently.
You know it.
This guy is going hard with this idea. Culture, comedy, and crypto.
Man, Mike knows all the way.
I had to get there. I got
all
there.
the way, man. All the
Legend,
way.
though. He's got it figured out. I'm really excited for what you got cooking. He's been telling me all this stuff. Yeah, it's real.
What about you? Tell people.
I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn. I've been in the crypto space since 2017, NFT space for the past year, and I just love learning, man. I run a website that doesn't have to do with either of that, called freetrials.com.
Freetrials.com. Check it out.
Free sponsorship, right? The next podcast, freetrials.com.
Absolutely. You're getting plugged up right now, baby. We got you.
But, people have dreams, but they don't want to do the work to accomplish those dreams. Sometimes the path to a dream is through a nightmare. You know what I mean? You got to get through that nightmare day after day. It's like fitness. You want to be in shape, you got to show up to work out every single day.
Years and years of tweets, clubhouse rooms.
Dominique or just Dom?
It's Dominique.
My nephew is Dominique. He be like call me D. I'll be like, your name is Dominique. I want you to get born.
Friends, come up here, please.
I got the icon, Damon, the real estate king out here. Wine Wednesdays, you still do Wine Wednesdays.
Yeah, I have to do Wine Wednesday. I did it yesterday. We did it in Madison yesterday. Yeah. I'm trying for none of that, but the space is still so new. When I told people, when they were like, you're going to a what? I said, it's a nerd conference. They were like, I get it. I was like, follow the nerd. But I'm here too, so what does that say about me?
That's exactly how I feel.
All right, I'm like, I didn't used to be a nerd, but it's okay.
Thank you so much. My name is Buddha Tiger. Thanks for having me. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you, VeeCon. Thank you, Gary. So awesome to be here. Hope you guys have a great time.
The official first day of VeeCon opened up with Gary V giving the keynote, talking about some great things about him.
So I want to establish in the opening keynote that please challenge yourself for the next 96 hours to being the bigger person in every situation, even if somebody cuts a line out of their over-enthusiasm or anything else. He
was going to do around Web3. just kind of getting the mind right for everybody, what they should be doing, how they can be doing stuff, talking, networking. And the conference mostly focused on Web3 culture, the combination of media and Web3. So Web3 essentially is NFTs, blockchain, metaverse, all those things kind of work together to combine Web3, the third layer of the internet, essentially. And that's what the main thing with the conference was about, integrating that stuff all together. Gary had a whole list of amazing speakers that came. A bunch of people that are big in either media or music or culture as a whole definitely came in, had a great time spanning things and stuff about them. A lot of these people broke down what their first thoughts were on NFTs and how they got into the space and what their aha moment was. Like, oh, like this is something that can be digital art, digital things, ownership of digital stuff can actually be a thing that people want to get into, is when their actual money into a digital world, and how that thing came across. So
debated it, and anybody that I was talking to, just trying to get them to understand, they're like, well, why would you want something on your phone? Like, what if your battery dies? And I would just be like, here's the thing, this is a generation that grew up online and they spend a lot of time there. So their value is gonna be in, where they keep things digitally, period. And we do everything with our phones. But people from another time, they look at it and go, yeah, but you can't touch that. And I'm like, yeah, this generation really doesn't care about touching in the same way that you guys did. Things being tangible to them have a very different value. For them, it's all about things being experiential.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I remember that touching thing, and my argument was the greatest things in the world you can't touch.
Yeah.
I can't touch my mother's love. I can't touch God. I can't touch my conviction, my optimism. It was weird. One of the reasons I really liked it was because you couldn't touch it.
We are meant to commune with each other. We are meant to gather. We are meant to find commonality, find shared ideas that we can celebrate and bond about. That's the human experience. And so I think the rise of enthusiasm around all these projects is as simple as that. When I was at your opening festival, I saw 9 or 10,000 people, and some of them were like, I love World of Women. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm a Sad Girls person. So that's what this moment is about. And I really appreciate the and rather than or.
What was it that made you say, oh, this is a thing?
Yeah, so it was COVID. I remember the moment. I don't know if you remember your moment, but I remember the moment that it clicked for me. I was home and I was in Hawaii, and I'd done stuff in crypto. Ashton, Mila's husband, and I are partners, and we invested in Bitcoin early days, and I sold early days. And what clicked for me was, even though we were looking at a lot of things, and we were looking at Dapper investing. I have an investment fund with Ashton Kutcher, and we were making lots of investments in this space, but I wasn't paying attention to this NFT business. I had no idea what it was. It was something crypto-based. And my friend Nick Adler, who's here somewhere, he works with Snoop, he called me up and said, are you paying attention?
FAQs, they're right here. That was a long hurdle for us to get through.
And I think we also pivot. I think we learned a lot by, Stoner Cats takes about 12 weeks for an episode to be made, which in traditional animation is so fast. Like when we tell our entertainment side friends that we're making an episode in 12 weeks, they can't believe it. But our community got impatient.
Yeah.
So as we started talking about what our next project was going to be, we knew that we could turn around the gimmicks an episode a week. And so we knew that our same community who was so excited about animation and Web3, we could give them something amazing to do while they're waiting for 12 weeks for a Stoner Cats episode to come.
But then I would also say the other thing was we realized how much engagement people really wanted to be a part of the community, and so with gimmicks we gave them an insane amount of engagement within the blockchain. So they have a lot of say, they see their votes being counted, they see outcomes. It's a much more immediate engagement. I think that was a big learning curve, was truly figuring out the engagement of the community.
Yeah, but I will say now, when I look at the first 3 episodes of Stoner Cats together and what I've seen of episode 4, which is getting close,
it comes together so beautifully. I'm so proud of the story that we're telling about a woman who has Alzheimer's and these cats who love her and want to save her.
When you're dealing with it, like, as far as like now that I got bigger in this space, it's just like the same in tradition. You pick and choose who you want to work with. You don't just accept any and everything. You build you a team around you to run through it. That's what these guys are for. They check everything that I do, anything in the NFT space, because everybody's always using that word, NFT, NFT, NFT. The conversation start off, hey man, how your family doing? I'm out there, all right. Hey man, you think you can help me with the NFT? And that's what they're for, because they are there to make sure that this is a great business move. It accompanies us, and it's also something that we can give them, not just what they can give us. So it's got to be a 50-50 when you know, choosing your business partners when you get to this level.
These are three things that people do regardless, that putting them inside of Web3 with NFTs will make perfect sense because people do them anyway. For instance, the first thing that people are buying NFTs for is the art. So if you like the art, if you're a collector of art, if you're a collector of things that look nice or shiny or speak to you, you know, everyone has that art that resonates with them, that make them want to speak and buy it or add it to their lives. So, you know, a lot of people are buying NFTs because they like the art that is coming out of the creator or the project or whatever they're supporting. So art is a big component. It's how you communicate who you are without communicating who you are directly. You know, your art is you. The next thing that people are buying into is the community. So the community is super important because who the people are and what they're buying into is like who they associate with. You know, a lot of these NFT projects are buying into essentially a country club of people that think like you, who are like you, who you would see yourself as. So when you buy into this NFT project, the same way you would go into like your favorite sports team or your favorite artist, you know, that same community aspect of these are my people, these are the things that I'm doing. It's the same thing, except now you have a digital asset to lock that in with the blockchain. The third thing is utility. A lot of NFT projects are offering utility with it. So you might get free tickets somewhere, or, you know, be able to go first in line, backstage access. You might be able to get tickets to a conference like I did. Like, there's a lot of great things that people are putting into. So whether it's an artist, like a music artist adding people to their concerts, or a restaurant having people get a special plate or dinner, you know, a discount for certain prices. There's these little perks that come on like coupons or whatever things you want to do, but there's little perks that come with the same way you would like a coupon or, you know, a special membership pass that come with owning these NFTs. So these are all things that people are already doing. The artwork that they already like, the community and utility are all things that already exist in other spaces, but now you have a digital way to verify them on the blockchain, which is why the NFT thing is so big and so huge, because these are things you already do, but now you have a digital asset to show to prove that what you're doing is legit and to prove that what you're doing is yours, and you could sell it if you want to. Boom.
Yeah, dude, those are dope. Yeah, I like this.
I'm just gonna do a photo. Hey, take that.
It is.
Trader skins?
It's ironic that you could be wearing them.
What's up? Everyone stand up. I do have kids. I got two little guys. A little guy fitting in the front.
The poses are impressive. Like, damn, like, spent my whole life up there. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the one I got right here, so I gotta do the squid too low.
I mean, this is the next profile picture.
It is. It is.
But other projects were there as well. World of Women, Doodles, you know, World of Women, Women and Weapons, Subducks, Dead Fellas, Quarter Machine, Creatures. A lot of other great projects were there as well. So you got to see some of the founders, take pictures with them, have their whole like team there. You had to kind of interact with the people behind the project, which had a very cool, like, you know, almost like a Comic-Con Disney experience. You kind of go and see the people behind the magic of the product that you support and want to be a part of. So that was super cool. And then last but not least, it was amazing concerts. So the conference started off as mostly conference stuff, learnings, meet and greets, saying hi, Web3 information. But it ended off a lot more stuff with music. But it ended off mostly with music. So, Miguel, Fresco Trey, Wyclef John, I Am Soul, just like so many great artists came there to perform and just, give you a feel. There's other great ones that came in too, but these are the ones that came off the top of my head. But they were all super awesome, super dope. VeeCon was definitely an experience to go to. If you have a chance to go to VeeCon 2023, I'd recommend it. I'm definitely going to go. I didn't get to talk about the great networking that I did over there, meeting people. I also lost my voice, guys. I lost my voice towards the end of VeeCon, so anything you might see will definitely, the voice is gone. A lot of clips I couldn't talk because just from talking, have such a good time. So it was a great experience. I'm back in black. So happy to have you guys back, and definitely VeeCon 2022 was an amazing experience. Great time, dope footage, dope time. Hopefully this is VeeCon 1 of 20,000, of so many great years of doing this, because I'm super excited to see how everything went. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.